just get into it. We're doing White Fire.
White Fire.
White Fire.
Phenomenal.
White Fire.
I'm going to ruin it. I loved it. Yeah. I'm not saving it for the end.
I was going to say, yeah, we usually save this for the end. Did it tie the room together?
Hell yeah.
It tied the house together. It was more than the room. We started things out here on the show by doing the ins and the outs. 1984, White Fire, September 19th. What do you think the number one song was? A couple good ones here. I know, I think I know all three of them. Yeah. I'll give you a clue. It's by John Waite. He had to wait a while before he had another number one.
Sunglasses? The Sunglasses song? No, that's not John Waite. That's
he's missing somebody.
Yeah,
he's missing you.
At all.
I am missing you at all. Missing you. I just realized I had the audio for the TV jacked back there.
Why did I say Sunglasses? That's Corey Hart.
That's Corey Hart. Number one move. Oh, also number two song. I just called to say I love you. I love you. Which was
Ray Charles, right?
Yeah. Yes. Oh boy, I'm not touching that one. Just called to say I love you. Number three, Caribbean Queen.
Yes.
Caribbean Queen. Listen to these movies. I'm not saying I love all these movies, but listen to the number one movie and then all the movies that were in a theater in September of 1984. Number one movie, All of Me. Number two, Ghostbusters. Tightrope, which is probably still holds up. Purple Rain, Karate Kid, and Revenge of the Nerds. We were all playing in 1 month.
That's
1984.
That's running the gambit.
It
right?
really is.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying those are all like, but you know those movies,
right?
I mean,
and they're all completely different.
Yeah, Tightrope and All of Me, yeah. But Ghostbusters, Purple Rain, Karate Kid, and Revenge of the Nerds.
Is what?
Mel Gibson,
Stevie Ray Vaughan's life story,
yes. Before
it's a very tight rope.
It's a very tight rope. Before he had a career. It's 1984. It was just.
It's just him in the circus, playing guitar on a tightrope, 30 foot up.
Number one show. You mentioned this one before. It's back to number one, 1984.
I mentioned it before.
I mentioned, yeah, no kidding. That's a clue. I think Fritzman brought it up one time, and he said there was a lot of ugly broads. On that
Dynasty, yeah.
His words, not mine. Right. Fritzman. That was my great grandfather. Yep, those are the number one things. The band that did the soundtrack was called Limelight, and they did a great job.
So was it like a Rush cover band?
That's what I'm thinking it was.
But it sounded more like Air Supply, kind of. I don't know.
This movie stars, the only person you know in this movie that I knew was Fred Williamson. He stars in movies like The Hammer, Hell Up in Harlem, which is good. Black Caesar, which is also really good. Lots of exploitation movies. And a movie called The Hammer, I already said that. And of course, Dusk Till Dawn, like most modern people would know. Modern audiences would know him. You know the modern people out there like you and I. All of us. Robert.
Flashback.
That's right. Robert Ginty? I don't know. That's the star of this movie. He was in a couple movies, one called The Alchemist, which looked cool. Looked like I had a couple sequels.
I'm going to be honest. All the movies he was in looked cool.
They did. Women of Desire.
Yeah.
That one looked good. And The Exterminator 1 and 2, which is kind of a cult horror movie that I didn't really think about it was him until I looked it up. And I was like, oh, that's right. Belinda Maine. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if Belinda... We're going to get into this. There's two actresses that are the same... I don't know how to explain it. Belinda Maine, she was in Don't Open Till Christmas, fun horror movie. She was in a movie called The Tigress, a movie I want to see called Night Kill, just because of the movie, and Kroll. She was in the old classic Kroll. All right, here is the breakdown, the summary of the movie. Bo, our lead guy, Bo, his parents were murdered by a sadistic stranger. This is not my words, by the way. This is like the IMDb. Only he and his sister Ingrid survived, and 20 years later they are employees at a diamond mine. They're not. Only one of them is. Where they stumble upon the legendary white fire diamond.
They don't stumble
They
upon
don't
it.
stumble upon it, which provokes, this is my favorite part, some not so nice villains.
As opposed to the nice
That's the
ones.
ones that you might as well say they ran into some criminal bad guys. They ran into some hateful Nazis. Like, yeah. That's have to get straight to it. There is a flamethrower shot of the guy catching on fire.
It's awesome.
Kyle, maybe you can see if there people died on this making of this movie. You can see him like trying to put the fire out as he's running away from the Jeep that he just got roasted in. He's literally like, somebody put me.
Yeah.
And you can see the guy that's doing the flamethrower. You can see him be like, "Oh, you all right, Steve?" Like, it's that bad where I was like, Jesus Christ. It happens again later in the movie. More guys get set on fire from explosives, and the same thing happens. There's a guy whose face catches on fire.
Yeah.
And he starts
I have a feeling that there were some people really maimed, at the very least, in making this movie.
Did I write it down?
But it was worth it, I'm sure, because this thing is a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote it down. Oh, yes. If you look this up, it says this movie is a French, American, Italian, Turkish thriller.
That's...
It's like, how about Russian? There's supposed to be Russians in this thing. This is when they find white fire. White fire. This guy finds the white fire, and that's him we see in the trailer where he's going, white fire. And he touches it. Why does everybody want the white fire? It just kills you.
Yeah.
It, like, literally, if you touch the white fire, it burns you to death pretty quickly. He wants to go see the boss. This is where the boss is like, he's like, "Sir, there's a miner that wants to see you." And he's like, "Miner? What do you mean? I have thousands of miners. I don't care about the miners." He said he found something about a legend. Send him up.
It's radioactive.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I guess
Now,
if you are touching it, it's radioactive.
Spoilers later.
Which is how a lot of radioactive stuff is.
Which is exactly right. Later, spoiler, they're going to try to steal it, and Sam says they need something like a mechanical grab.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're a nuclear engineer. What's a mechanical grab? You know what that would be?
I have no idea what that is. I think that was made up.
What? You telling me this? You telling me this movie?
It's not an actual nuclear thing.
It could be a thing.
Nuclear. All right, just wondered. This is when I had both.
I just
voices
picture
different.
like all the toys in the box, and it's got the hand that goes like this. And it goes down and
It's a mechanical grab. You missed it. God damn it! I'm out of quarters.
White fire.
Does anybody have change?
This is why no one's ever stolen the white fire, because the mechanical claw.
The mechanical grab's not functioning properly. I just keep getting teddy bear. Ingrid. You try it. I think this joystick's broke. This thing's a scam. Stuntmen are on fire, and then it kicks in. White fire, white fire. White fire.
You hear that song so many times, and it never it never gets old.
It doesn't. It works every time.
Yes.
It's like
it makes me happy every time it comes on.
Up comes that time of the show where
I
we
loved this
ask
movie.
ourselves if this movie tied the room together. It's an Arrow release. If you know me or pay much attention, there's Arrow stuff all over this house. So I'm going to buy this movie.
I feel like this movie was so ludicrous that we couldn't even touch. Like, I feel like our description of this movie is so boring.
It was so boring and
dumb.
Monday compared to the movie.
The movie was just obscene. It was outstanding. It was
incestual, exciting, funny.
Something unexpected around every corner, and then then something completely expected around every corner, and then it was just.
I love it. I want to see we got to find at least one of the other directors' movies, and we need to watch the Exterminator series with this guy.
Exterminator looked really good.
So, but yeah, I say it ties it together like nothing else.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy the show, tell folks about it. And all that kind of stuff.
White fire! White fire!
I did find one interesting item here.
Oh, nice. What do you got?
The French director I think Jean-Marie Palardy's the name.
Yes.
Of course, his name's Jean-Marie.
Yeah.
Well, Whitefire was his most ambitious project.
Aw.
But
It was quite ambitious.
Before that, he did softcore porn.
Oh!
We gotta find those.
That ties
So
up some things.
ahead of his time.
Yes.
He was.
Right.
He was.
Yeah.
He really was. All right. Everybody, thanks for watching.
That's awesome. If you remotely like movies and like to giggle about movies, then please like and subscribe. Thank you.